It's time now for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Central Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Sears Hometown Store, locally owned and operated right here in Mountain Home.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas, Southern Missouri. It is Thursday, June 25th, 2020, 7 a.m. Welcome Down on the Corner program.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Bob Zador is here. Scooter, myself, welcome. Beautiful weather again this morning.
Spectacular.
Isn't this nice? I think the heat and humidity has stalled all it can. I think we're going to have some summertime.
It's going to start to catch up a little bit. Well, it's summer.
It's
okay. It's summer.
It's summer. Yes, very nice.
I can tell you, if you're a camper, this has been some beautiful weather to be camping.
Can you imagine?
Yeah. Those nice, cool, kind of
lakes,
cool,
rivers,
nice.
wherever. My goodness,
Yeah.
Don't you know it's some nice camping weather?
Boats have been out. I got one of my guys was sending video yesterday being out. But the waters, there's a lot of water in these lakes.
Yes,
a lot of water in these lakes.
Plenty of floating to do.
Yes, exactly.
Anyway, good morning. Welcome Down on the Corner program. Dale Hoffman, your host. Scooter Callis, Bob Zadora. And hopefully our guest will be calling in later. We're still trying to contact them.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Never a dull moment.
Never a dull moment.
We've done worse.
Sweating it.
We've done worse.
We're brought to you by your hometown Sears store at 1029 Highway 62 East, 425-3191. Your hometown Sears store, the very best in home appliances, home entertainment, tools, lawn care equipment, and anything else you can think of to shop at Sears about. And JR and his staff do a great job at serving the community. I should say communities because they've been all over.
Well, they cast a pretty wide net. Yes, they do.
From here to Springfield and West Plains. And
and if you do a good job, people are going to come.
Sure.
They'll travel a little farther
because
they know they're going to get the service that they want and get their products fixed. That's the important part.
You bet. And the maintenance program?
Yeah, they got maintenance programs on about everything. They've got them on your appliances. I think he's still running the 5 appliances for $175, and that's for the year. And they come out and service all your equipment. And let me tell you, when you got refrigerators and freezers and different things, and they're not running just right, your electrical bill is going to show.
Well, you're paying for it.
Oh,
yes, you
are.
One
way or another, you're paying
That's right.
for it. You're
That's
exactly right. And it really does save the life of those appliances by making sure that they're efficient, that the Freon's where it needs to be, and they're running, and everything's clean.
And the coils are clean.
Yep.
That's a biggie.
They also do offer the same maintenance program. I'm not sure the pricing, but on mowers and weed eaters, stuff like that, where they can actually come out and get you going and get blades sharpened, whatever you need.
Yeah. Great.
With some of these weed eaters, they'd be millionaires and keep some of them running.
Weed eaters are going to be like TV disposable items.
Yes.
Yeah.
My woods are full of old weed. Where I get,
That's how far you can throw them sometimes, yeah.
There you go. Yeah, check out your hometown Sears store. I tell you what, you can't beat Sears for home appliances, tools, and all the other things. It's just Sears been around from 120, 130 years perhaps. Go back into the 1870s, 1880s.
I said you could buy a house there.
Yep.
You just get house, clothing, shoes,
cars,
everything.
Oh, yeah. Remember, I don't know, when I was young, back in the Stone Age, when I was young, they had the thing where you would look down at your feet when you go in the shoe department. They had this thing that was like an X-ray machine, so you could see how your feet fit in the shoes. I can't even imagine what kind of rays and everything else that was involved in all of that. But I was like, oh, look at this. You can see your toes in the shoes. Oh,
that was
I just imagine that. Right? You're sitting there looking at this, and it's like, great, I want these pair of shoes. You get home, and then they don't fit right because your feet were swollen from the rays.
And you get this glow under the blankets and where your feet are glowing in the dark. You know?
I don't remember what that was called, but it was
that's pretty cool.
63rd and Halsted.
Do what?
63rd and Halsted. That's where the Sears was.
There you go. Your hometown Sears store at 1029 Highway 62 East, 425-3191. Check them out today. We want folks to come in from other areas. You know,
people do.
And shop your local hometown Sears store. Man, they're up on the hill behind Wendy's out by Orshlands, out in front of Physical Therapy Connection, your hometown Sears store. I'm enjoying Brewed Awakening Coffee. Bob's doing the same thing. Brewed Awakening Coffee, 3 locations to serve you. Baxter Regional, Bomber Boulevard, 62 East Plaza, out by Anytime Fitness. And Can't say enough good things about Mike and his staff and all the great coffees, mochas, lattes, frappuccinos, you name it, they've got it. French vanilla and pumpkin spice and whatever you want in it, they can mix it up.
Being in the hospital over there, if you have to go see somebody, or if you're just in there and you can get around, it's just a nice, refreshing change to go and get something different. Hospitals, good food, great food, bunch of options over there, but it's just good to have another option when you can right there in the building.
Yep. And so, Brewed Awakening Coffee, 3 locations. Serve you, Mike and staff do a great job at all 3 locations, so check out any of the 3. And 2 of them are drive-through, Bomber Boulevard and 62 East Plaza, out by Anytime Fitness. And they've got the menu boards up there. You can see all the stuff they've got listed. Man.
Are you one of them when you go into a place like that, just black coffee?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
My brother is one of them foo-foo coffee fanatics, and he's got it down pat. And I don't realize how long it probably took him to realize that this is exactly what he wanted. Because he'll go in there and order this with a shot of this, 2 shots of this. I want to heat it up to this temperature. And it's like, the world. How many years did it take you to realize that
this is,
1 degree difference in temperature changes?
That's all you ruined. It's ruined.
This is 213, not 212. You know,
I lived in the same house as you. Mom never taught you that.
No.
Check out Brewed Awakening Coffee, the best coffee in town. If you're not drinking Brewed Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water. Brewed Awakening is real coffee.
Well, it is.
It's real coffee. Really good coffee, too. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring in morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes, 29 in the state to serve you, with 1 in Memphis, Tennessee. Here in Mountain Home, you can talk to Brad, Bruce, Charlotte, Chris. I think I got them all. Brad, Bruce, Charlotte, Chris. Everybody here. Anybody out there can help you. It's a tough job.
Yes, it is.
It's a tough
Yes,
job.
it is.
You know, and to deal with what they do day in and day out. And there's laws they have to follow and procedures and things like that. But when the time comes, whether you're talking pre-planning or you have an emergency situation, whatever it may be, Roller Funeral Homes, with all our respect. Great people. They know what to do. They're caring, understanding, loving, and let them handle it with all our respect. And like I say, it's not just a graph we put on the...
and under the circumstances that we're in, as far as people passing and not being able to have any services or anything, or just a service for the immediate family when they were down to 10, now they've made it a little bigger. But, I mean, to be able to help people get through that time, it's... God knows it's difficult enough as it is, and then you add that added stress of that, and not being able to invite cousin Susie. I can invite 10 people.
Yeah.
Who is it? You know.
Yeah.
And they've helped people get through that, and all the funeral homes have done a great job with that. We've had some people in Illinois that have passed, and it wasn't worth going up there because you couldn't. What are you going to do?
Yep.
Couldn't get together. There's no breakfast afterwards. Any of that. So to be able to help people get through those times is a great service and a great gift.
You know, we talk about how tough a job they have, and they do from our standpoint. You talk to any one of them, and they'll tell you all the positive things.
Oh, yeah.
They have so much pride in being able to help somebody.
Yeah.
And that's why they do what they do.
Yeah. Oh,
and
yeah.
It's not, they don't look at it, the tough job at hand. Their job is to help you, and it's a completely different outlook than what you and I would think going into that position.
Yeah.
And they do an amazing job with it. They just really do.
Roller Funeral Homes, with all our respect, right here in Mountain Home. Talk to Brad, Bruce, Charlotte, Chris, or anyone else out there can help you. And very professional, caring, loving people. And when they say with all our respect, that's how they do business.
Sure.
Yeah. Roller Funeral Homes, with all our respect. Let's pause now for the morning prayer. Heavenly Father, here we are on June 25th. Why is June 25th special? It's not, but think of this. Christmas was either 6 months ago today or 6 months from today. 2 points of view, both are correct. You would think in this day and time, one would think with all the lightweight cameras and smartphones, we could get the honest truth in every news story without various points of view. Lord, we have laws based upon your 10 commandments, yet some see them as suggestions rather than commandments based on point of view. Lord, our nation needs to get back to the basic 10 laws you gave us. Once we learn those, things will get better. Lord, I pray you help us realize that God is still in control. And that's my prayer today, that we learn this. Amen. Morning prayer brought to you by Roller Funeral Homes. With all our respect, Roller Funeral Homes.
And now, You want to do it, Bob? Would you want to do the honors?
No, thank you.
Dun, 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 the weather. That was good.
That was
a good
actually
one.
pretty. That was good with that. I'm okay with that.
It's the sawdust.
Hold on, give me a minute. Let me just glow
Don't
with
break
this.
your arm.
Well, that's what he does. He's been in the practical. He's doing all the construction, which none of you can see, but there's construction going on all around here. And he's doing a great job, and that's what he does. He practices that while he's working.
That's what it is.
Yep.
That's what it is. So wait, you
It's
drive
hit
by.
that last thing. When you whack that last nail in there, you go, yeah, da, da, da.
That's when he hits the stump with the hammer. Ah!
There's
I'm a
maybe
little
a few of
sharp
those.
at that point usually.
Morning weather brought to you by the ZT. Bob and Linda's the door for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. Retire to Arkansas.net. Time to take a peek at the White River. The beautiful shot of the. Oh man.
That is a beautiful shot.
We need to
this
be
morning.
playing "Looking Up My Back Door" by Creedence Clearwater Revival right
These
there.
longer days are really good for this. I mean, it
Don't you
really
know?
helps a lot.
Yeah.
Got rid of the fog again.
Yep,
Fog again.
burn some of the fog off a little bit and get a little height in the sun, get the sun up a little bit. It changes everything. A little blue sky.
Yep.
That is
Cameras
beautiful.
mounted in Marion County, Arkansas, looking into Baxter County, Arkansas, the city of Cotter. The
Oh,
little
there's
See
a
the boat?
on the bottom.
There's a boat going across the
Yep.
bottom there.
Yep.
wave. There he goes. Looking into the city of Cotter, Arkansas. Now you can go to retiredarkansas.net. Check out the live webcam, and while you're there, check out all the listings. Not only listed by the Z team, but you can put in your multiple listing service number from various publications.
You can just look. You can just look up all of them. They're all on there. You just
They're
kind of
all
work
on
your
there.
way through them, and that's public. That's what we do. Help people find things. Help
bet.
people.
So check it out, retiredarkansas.net. Bob and Linda Zadora, the award-winning Z team. Linda's a professional stager.
Yep.
And she can set the home up for that eye appeal, like, oh, I like this. It's how you get the awards. You know how to service.
We've had people come after she's been in and looked at the pictures, they look at the house and go, "That house looks really nice." Is that my house? Yeah, that's your house.
Yeah.
Looks a lot different in the pictures.
Yeah.
Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z team, for all your real estate needs, 870-405-0793, retiredarkansas.net. They bring you the morning weather each and every day, and right now it's pretty pleasant.
Oh, very pleasant.
Here it is, 25th of June. We're sitting at 62 degrees right now, 64 in Harrison, 62 at Batesville, 66 at Salem, 62 at Calico Rock, 61 in Flippin, 59 in Marshall. Wow. West Plains at 66, St. Louis at 61, Poplar Bluff at 62, Watford City, North Dakota. Clean my eyes. 70.
Really?
70.
It's probably a misprint.
Yeah.
8 degrees warmer than we are.
It got baked yesterday afternoon at the high of the day, and the
70.
mercury
I've
got
seen them
stuck
at
up
minus
there.
40.
Yeah, right.
That's 110 degrees variation there. It's 65 in Springfield. My goodness, 70 in Watford City, North Dakota this morning. And refresh this. This is a great radar, but man, you got to refresh it about every 30 seconds.
Well,
They're
that's
just,
what makes it so good.
There you go, keeping it up to date.
That's right.
There's the radar, the national radar right here. We'll start in the north. We got shower activity at, Montana, North and South Dakota. Over in Idaho and Wyoming, that's about it. We got shower activity in Charlotte, North Carolina, down to almost Atlanta, Georgia, and then Houston, Texas, getting some showers. And we are picking up some showers along the Kansas-Missouri border, the Iowa-Nebraska border, and the Missouri-Nebraska border there. In Arkansas, I think we're in pretty good shape. See what we pick up here. Get that centered up so we can see it better. Highway 62, 412 east and west is clear. Highway 65 to Branson looking good. Highway 67, 167 split at Batesville. And looks like those highways are clear as a bell across the northeast part of the state. Interstate 30, 40, 49, 55, 555 in Arkansas all look good at this time. You see Memphis, Tennessee right there, 55 and 40 to Jackson and on over to Dixon, Tennessee. In Missouri, it's a little bit different story. You got shower activity on I-49, 13, I think, and 7 possibly, from Springfield to Kansas City, Missouri. And that's affecting I-29 up around the St. Joseph, Missouri area. Western Missouri and West Central Missouri getting some showers right now. Once you get out east of Kansas City on 70, you have no problems there. And it's north of I-40, north of Springfield, Joplin, Springfield, Lebanon, in pretty good shape right now. I-55 going into St. Louis, no problems there. State of Illinois, I-57, I-64, East St. Louis, Illinois, east towards Mount Vernon looks good there. Carroll, Illinois, Paducah, Kentucky, and I-24. Looks like a nice day for travel across the country. Oh, no watches or warnings. A little bit of fog in east central Arkansas, northern Mississippi, and southwest Tennessee. A little bit in northern Texas. That's about it there. 7-day forecast is really nice. So we are going to get warm, though, later on. We have chances of rain on Saturday and Saturday night and Sunday morning. Range from 40 to a 30 down to a 20% chance. Temperatures range from 89 today, 86 on Friday, 87 on Saturday, 89 again on Sunday, and 89 on Monday. And I think we could actually get in the high 90s sometime next week. I heard that little rumor, Anyway, checking iDrive Arkansas, we're in pretty good shape right here. A little bit of slow traffic on I-55 in West Memphis, where I-40 joins it right there. Gee, wonder when they're going to finish that construction in West Memphis.
Working on it. There's a couple spots that there's always stuff going on.
There's always stuff going on in West Memphis. Anyway, we had an incident down around Hot Springs that's been cleaned up by Arkansas State Police. It logged in about 6:30 this morning. State of Missouri, another reminder, Highway 201 north out of Mountain Home turns into Highway J once you cross the state line. They are replacing that Lick Creek Bridge, so if you need to get into the state of Missouri, on up into Gainesville or West Plains, Highway 101 to West Plains or Highway 5 north on up to 160 to avoid having to go the detours around Lick Creek Bridge. Current pollen index today, as you can tell, I mowed grass yesterday. My eyes are still itching.
Yep.
Unbelievable. It's only a 3.7 today. Grasses, plankton, and nettle. Tomorrow's a 4.7. Taking a look at Bull Shoals Dam, 693.27. That's lots of water. 34.27 feet above a full pool of 659. Norfolk Lake is at 577.93. That's 25 point. It's almost 26 feet above the full pool of 552. And let's see the coronavirus update. This will be over the day after elections. I don't know why I'm doing it. Anyway, active cases worldwide 3.874 million.
That's not true, right? We forget where we are. We forget
stuff out there.
We forget how blessed we are being here.
Well, wait till you see our report. Look at this. We got 3.8 active cases in the world. And only 2% are critical. 3.8. Let me back up. 3,815,000 mild cases with 3,874 infections in the world.
Yeah.
So we're at a 98% mild condition rate with only 2% being serious or critical. So in Arkansas, I've got the 6-county area, and we're looking good. We're looking better.
Here we're
Baxter, Marion, Searcy, Stone, Izard, and Fulton counties, positive total 67.
Yep.
That's not bad. Right now we have active 4 people in 6 counties. Now the 6 counties are a population combined of 104,900 people. We have 62 recovered. Right now we're sitting at a 92.5% recovery rate. So, of a 6-county area of 104,900 people, 67 have tested positive. 4 are active in 6 counties. Right now, let me put my glasses on
I think
here.
their recovery rate is a big number that they
Yeah,
didn't run in the beginning, and
Yeah.
that's what they use that to scare people.
So-
But I think that to get that number out there, you get it, you get sick, you move on. And a lot of people that were that had the underlying factors, they unfortunately have moved on, and so you don't have that same pool of people that get it and are going to fall out.
Of the 6-county area, Baxter has 1, Stone has 3, Fulton, Izard, and Marion 0.
Yeah.
That's some good numbers. 67 positive, 4 are active, recovered 60. Well, we've had 1 death in Izard County, and that's where the other one's at there. But we're at a 92.5% recovery rate in the 6-county area.
But you also do got to remember, around us, you start getting over to the Fayetteville, Rogers, Washington County.
Fayetteville, they get mandatory mask in Fayetteville.
Yeah, and it's pretty rough. So as long as everybody keeps taking some steps, that not let it spread back over and across. And
2196 positive, 751 active. This is in Benton County. 1431 recovered, 14 deaths. That's some high numbers right there.
Yeah.
Then you go to Washington County, 2,767 positive, 1,044 are still active positive. Recovered, though, 1,700 there. So that's, I can't do the percentage that fast in my head. 23 deaths. That's a high death rate in Washington County. 23 passed. That's a high death rate. So, all right. Oil prices today. Did I refresh that? I don't know. Let's check it. $37.57 down 44 cents a barrel.
Community calendar.
Well, we've got
The Clark Ridge Fire Department, Volunteer Fire Department, on Saturday is having their pancake breakfast at the firehouse. It's one of their events that they use to raise funds for equipment and everything else. So we ask you to go out there and...
what time they open it up? They're going to be there around 7, you reckon?
7 o'clock. I'm going to say 7 o'clock. So thereabouts, and you can go out there, and all the cooks are great. All the people that are there are great, and so I know that I will be out there Saturday morning because I'm going to join in. So volunteer fire departments are
up at Clark Ridge.
In Clark Ridge, yeah. They're so desperately needed around here, and they help with your insurance and everything else, and they do such a great job. We used to have mine all the time.
Fire departments work so hard to keep that ISO rating down. Yeah, that's a big factor in your line of work too. With the real estate.
In all of our lives. Yeah. I mean, it's really an important thing. You know, they're out there on their own. Nobody's making any money, and those that have made money have generally gone to jail because they should. There was money they shouldn't have been making. But Clark Ridge Volunteer Fire Department.
They do some great stuff up there at Clark Ridge.
They do.
They got they're rural. But man, I tell you what, they got some great folks up there. Parking lot basket bingo fundraiser reservations required Saturday, June 27th, Van Meter Senior Center. Need to call 870-424-3054. Bingo begins at 8:30 in the morning. 10 games, including one coverall for $5 donation for first book. $5 for each additional book. Concession sales of drinks and light snack items available, with all proceeds to benefit the Van Meter Senior Center. With that,
wait till we come back. Go ahead. He's got a break.
Okay, take a break.
Be back.
Yep.
Did you know when you shop at Sears Hometown Stores, you are supporting your local community? That's right. Your local Sears Hometown Store is locally owned and operated by one of your neighbors. Their store offers the best of what Sears has to offer with the top brands and appliances, tools, and lawn and garden. They also offer great financing options that work no matter what you need. Remember to stop by your local Sears Hometown Store today and support a local member of your community.
Driftwood Lanes. Fun happens here.
Hi, it's Bob Zadora, the Z-Team at Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. As you know, we are all facing some unusual times. Be calm. Be smart. The business world of real estate will continue. We may have some delays and some changes that are out of our control, but life will go on, and this too will pass. Give thanks for this wonderful country that we live in. Give thanks for the neighbors that we share. If there's anything we can do to give you a hand, give us a call. 870-405-0793. And check out our website, retiredtoarkansas.net.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good. At MSI, they're not just another trash service. They're your friendly, family-owned and operated trash service, providing residential, commercial, and roll-off pickup. MSI offers competitive rates and services 5 counties in the north central Arkansas area. Various dumpster sizes available for commercial and accommodating you with weekly pickup for your convenience. Call Tammy or Kathy today at MSI. MSI Trash Service, small enough to know you and large enough to service you.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home. Take a step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionnaire Barbershop today, a unique gentleman's barbershop. Get back in style with 2 experienced licensed barbers who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and are happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionnaire Barbershop is veteran-owned and operated and located at 1041 Highland Circle, Suite 55 in Mountain Home. For a full, old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionnaire Barbershop today.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home. At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we are here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we have installed a convenient drive-thru window for all your to-go and pick-up orders. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and ask us about our daily specials for a low price to feed the whole family. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville.
$7:27. It's almost time for the next break.
Yeah,
Well, we had a guest to call in or try to call in, but apparently that connection can't be made today, so we're going to wing it.
yes, we will.
So you got some things to bring up?
I was made aware that there's a Norfolk for Trump parade on the 4th of July. There's a Facebook group that is doing this. They've got over 110 boats already registered to go for this thing. They're going to go from the 62 bridge to the dam. I don't know if anybody had seen the videos of the Florida. They had a flotilla in Florida, and so they're going to do the same thing here, but 110 boats on the 4th of July will be a very impressive sight.
That is going to be fun.
And so that'll be a pretty cool thing. So something to keep in mind. We're all looking for things to do. And then they got the fireworks are there on the 4th. I know Bull Shoals has got fireworks.
Rick's doing his.
There'll be parking lot fireworks.
That's
over,
where I'm going, yeah.
Yep. So it's going to be a good 4th.
Yep.
It's
on a Saturday.
Yep. We're getting ready for music in the park tomorrow at Hickory Park. And then on Saturday, they've got the concert series with ASU and with Baxter. And it's good. That's going to be a great event. 2 days of music over in Hickory Park, breaking that new stage. And we're going to have a good time. So we ask you to come on out.
Plenty of vendors out there for.
There'll be vendors, yeah. There'll be food and whatnot. There's washrooms there. Everything's there. There's handicap parking in half the lot that's there. Half the Hickory Park lot will be handicapped. And there's on-street parking there. The bank's got a lot right down the street from there. So there'll be ways for you to get in and out. And
It'll be fun.
It's going to be a good event. Something different. And I think that's going to go very well.
Yeah.
We've got Katie Laney tomorrow on Friday,
Good band,
and then and I'm going to blank on who's going to be there Saturday, but I know it's a name band that they've got set up for that. They'll both start about 7 o'clock, and I would think they'd be done 10-ish. So you'll be able to get whatever else you need to get done for yourself. You'll be able to do that. So come on out, have a good time.
And then let's go back to Clark Ridge Volunteer Fire Department's pancake breakfast on Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Is that all you can eat for one price?
Oh yeah. They got eggs, scrambled eggs, pancakes, sausage. I think they had bacon, and it's just a great event.
So they may have one set price like $8 or $12. Throw in at 20.
Oh yeah,
Give
I
them a
mean, but
tip.
it's a charity,
This is a
charitable
fundraiser.
thing. I mean, it's a fundraiser. It's a fundraiser. I won't say it's a charity.
What we got to realize when it says Clark Ridge Volunteer Fire Department, oh, that's Clark Ridge, or it's what would it be? CVF, Clark Ridge Volunteer Fire Department. Volunteer is the big factor here.
And we don't, and you don't have to be, and to be a volunteer, you don't have to be a firefighter to be a volunteer. I mean, they need help with the rigs, they need help with keeping the hoses ready to go, and all of the things that go on to running a firehouse still go on for the volunteers as well as it does, whether it's Mountain Home or one of the other paid fire departments.
You got like Norfolk, you've got, let's see, there's Midway, there's Clark Ridge, there's 101 at Gamelia.
Yeah.
There's like, well, let's see, last time Judge Pendergrass was here, there's 18 or 19 volunteer fire departments in
I'm sure countywide.
in the
sure.
Twin County area,
Yeah.
because you got assistance between, you've got Cotter, Gassville,
Yeah.
and, then you got some rural districts. I mean, but these are volunteers.
And we lose that, and I know there's a number of coppers that came here and have joined the fire departments. Just something that's continued to give back to the community, and that's because they got that public service gene in them, in us, as we go forward. And it's still a way to give back to and help your community out in volunteer fire departments. So Clark Ridge is the first one that I know of that's doing something right now. I'm sure you'll see some of the usual suspects coming out with pies and cookouts and other things that are going on. So it's good. Very good. So
And then,
we need to help them out.
the more funds we get to the volunteer fire departments, the more and better equipment they have.
Oh, sure.
Then they come out with the ISO rating, and my homeowner's insurance just dropped like 7%.
You just sleep a little better at night.
Yeah.
That's really the most important part of the whole deal.
Yeah.
You just sleep a little better at night knowing these guys and girls, because there's a number of girls that are on these volunteer fire departments that are out there to help out.
And, I was talking with one of the guys at Cotter. You got some older homes in Cotter. And so, different styles of training for different types of homes.
Sure.
We got in Mountain Home, we have really new houses and really old houses. So, you've got that vast array of training, because back before the city building codes, you could just basically do what you want. And I've actually gone into some of the older homes where you have a roof under the roof.
Oh, yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
And that creates an issue. Well, he was a firefighter in Memphis. He knows.
Yeah.
So,
And the volunteers, I mean, they're out on these little roads that, like, where?
Yeah.
So the importance of making sure you got a good address in front of your house, whether it's for the fire department, for, God forbid, an ambulance, squad, if you need the police, make sure that you're marked.
Well, let me point out that at one time, this is back when we were over at the radio station, the Buford Volunteer Fire Department will make you the sign.
Make it. I got one of the guys. I had that guy make me a sign for
I
the
did
house
too.
that I'm in now.
Yeah. Now, you get white letters on a green background, like the interstate highway
Right.
signs. Okay? That means you're normal. But white on blue means there's a medical condition in the home.
Right. It's
So
to
if the
let
fire
them know
department's
when they're
driving
coming
down
in.
and they shine lights, see white on blue, ooh, that's a medical situation.
So they'll make sure that everybody's out a little quicker because they know that somebody may need help, somebody may be in a bed, somebody may be on oxygen. So they're more in tune with that,
And I
it's
think
so
with
important.
Baxter County, you can somehow, and I'll have to do some research on this, but you can tell the 911 center that I have a white on blue address identification at the driveway.
Okay.
And that way, okay, be sure to look for the white on blue sign that says like 24 Elm Street,
But you just want to take a look when you drive down, like when I drive down my road, and as I'm getting to my house, I got to trim the one bush a little bit because you can't see it. I mean, I know it's there, and you can see it, but it's not as visible as it should be. We want to make these things, any type of identifier like that, we want to make them as visible as we can so that to make it easy for guys in the middle of the night driving down the road so they can tell, because it may not be your house, but as you're reading the numbers and they're getting bigger as they're going down the road, they can tell, oh, well, we still got about another half mile to go. Just a little aside, the addresses are pretty much done by odometer. When you're coming up
is that right?
from, like we're 864, we are 0.8 of a mile up that road.
Yeah.
So, and the numbers go, when you get to 1, that's 1 mile from back where you turned onto that road.
Okay.
And for the state roads and for the county roads. The lanes,
I didn't know
those are private, lanes are private drives.
Yeah.
They're basically, they're
Huh.
like that. So just something to keep in mind when you're looking for a house and you're looking for an address.
That's how it works.
That's
and
how
that's
you
kind
want to do
of
it.
what took them so long to do the 911 addresses when they went back and redid everybody, because that's what they were doing it. They were doing it by odometer, so your address was exactly how far from that corner to your house.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
Time for another break. We're going to be right back.
Hi, I'm Benny with Ammo Dump.
At Ammo Dump, they carry new and used firearms, large supply of shotguns, rifles, and handguns. Ammo Dump will buy, sell, or trade in your item and can special order whatever you like. They also have knives, scopes, ammo of any caliber, and provide gun cleaning and restoration. Call them today for the best competitive pricing around.
If I don't have it or can't get it because they don't make it, come and see us.
That's Ammo Dump, located next to Woodman's Package in Norfolk.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
.37, and we're anticipating we've got a lock-in on the... Senator, can you hear us? We're on. There she is.
Good morning.
Hey.
Good morning. How are you all? It's great to see you.
Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you guys.
You know, I got to thinking the last time we had a chance to talk, it was at Mike's funeral in Calico Rock. It's been almost a year. Can you believe it's been almost a year since we lost Mike Stephen?
Yeah, I know. You know, and I have on my cell phone a telephone message from him, and he called me right before that. And so I still have that on my phone, and of course, in typical Mike Stevens style, he was wanting to let's get back to work on training for police officers. And so, you know, it's pretty appropriate that we're in a time right now where, of course, people are talking about more training, but that was always what Mike Stephen was passionate about. That's always what he wanted more of, particularly in responding to domestic violence calls. And unfortunately, that's how he lost his life, in response to a domestic violence issue. But anyway, what a great man. And every time I drive over that bridge there at Calico Rock, I think about him and all the work that he did for this entire community and for Izard County. He was just a great guy.
You know, I'm working on some things for this program later on in the year to address more women's issues, especially that of domestic violence.
Yes.
You know, I think the stats right now is 7 out of 10 cases are dropped.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. You know, we want to talk about true evil and hate, and you want to talk about that. It's domestic violence and what happens to women and children, and it unfortunately happens a lot and every single day. And you know, I don't think we do enough to address those issues, and I think we're going to continue to work on that. But the funding is really not there in a lot of ways. We've had to really fight for the level of funding for those different advocate groups, and for those efforts to educate and talk about it. I've teamed up with Representative Charlene Fight, and we did Laura's card, and we've also done some other issues surrounding domestic violence. So our work continues. Actually, we had a conference call yesterday about some different things, as continuing to work on that policy.
And we're seeing, I think, partly with the COVID and people being trapped together in their houses, not as dramatically here in Arkansas as other places, but I'm sure that that's going to be a contributing factor to domestic issues, because it's just that pressure of what has been brought onto us. You're partly being stir crazy, and all bad news all the time does not make for good living conditions.
Well, that, and when you look at who are mandated reporters, and many of the people that are mandated reporters are teachers and doctors and people that lay eyes on those kids, during the day. And sometimes going to school is the only opportunity for that child to kind of escape that unfortunate reality that they're living. So we are concerned about that, and it's been talked about a lot within my circles and the people I work with at DCFS and DHS. There is a concern.
Senator, I run the numbers for Baxter, Marion, Searcy, Stone, Izard, and Fulton counties every day from the Arkansas Department of Health coronavirus. Positive is 67, recovered 62 with 4 active. Izard, Fulton, Searcy, and Marion was 0. The actives right now is 1 in Baxter, 3 in Stone County. So we're doing pretty good in this part of the state.
Yes, we're doing really well. And we actually had some false positives here in Stone County too, so those numbers had to be adjusted. But yeah, we're doing well. And, and every one of those circumstances is very different. And that's the hard part, of course, with HIPAA, not knowing how it was contracted or where it was spread from. And, that's a difficult thing for people to try to stay safe and keep away from that situation if they don't know. So, fortunately, those that have contracted it have been very responsible, and they have, taken care of themselves, and they've taken care of their families, and they've also taken care of their communities. And so I think that's the biggest message and takeaway from all of this, is that this can be controlled if people understand the risk, they understand what to look for, they understand how to manage it for themselves. And if they do that, then I think we can really get through this. And we have to live. We have to get back to living. And we have to get back to working and being productive. Because just like you said, Bob, when you're working and when you have something that you're accomplishing every single day, that leads to your self-confidence, your self-esteem. And that's why we as conservatives believe so much in, a work ethic, and making sure that we're doing everything policy-wise for businesses to create jobs and for people to have jobs. Because it's really about their mental health and well-being, but also their success for themselves and for their families. And for their communities. So, we've got to get back to living and learning how to deal with this, this disease.
And I think that's what it's going to be. It's going to be people's self when they realize that I'm not quite right this morning, and I need to get my temperature taken, and I need to police myself, and then quarantine yourself till you know what's going on, and not take a chance to give it to anybody else. And the importance of, on the other side of it, as you just said, the importance of having a paycheck that you earned, and that's something that's been given to you. Right. There's no comparison between the two. The money may be the same, but in here, there's no comparison between earning the money and somebody giving you that money. It's a whole nother mindset, and that's very true and very important for us as conservatives, and I think for everybody. It's important for everybody, but I think that we as conservatives may see that a little better, a little stronger than others may. The importance of going out and working just really can't be overstated.
No, you're exactly right. So that's why your policies have to be directed towards that, and making sure that you have good policies where people can create jobs, businesses can create jobs, and people have the opportunity to advance and do those things for themselves. One of the things that I've been working on during this fiscal session is broadband, and the ability and the lack of access that we have to broadband. And I think it all ties into this conversation because people need those opportunities to be able to work from home. And if they don't have that opportunity, it's been difficult in this time period. So, and it's not just working, it's not just about commerce, it's about education, it's about healthcare, and agriculture too. I mean, every aspect of our society is really deals with broadband has now become a necessity. It's no longer a novelty. So, I think
education with the coronavirus.
Right.
The prime example is the AMI days.
Right, exactly. And so, we know that if students didn't have access to broadband at home, and I'm joining you from home, and sometimes my broadband works and sometimes it doesn't work very well. But, those students didn't have the same level of education than those that were able to do everything online. So we've done a lot of work in that space.
Because we've had you on in Marion County and different things for Zoom and stuff, and you've had to go out in your car to be able to participate in what's going on.
Right. Yeah, I've had to be in my car or sometimes where I could get a better signal. And like I said, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So, but I think it's important to know that we put $21.6 million of the Federal CARES Act money towards broadband expansion. And those are two different programs. One is the Arkansas Rural Connect, and the other one is the Rural ID Broadband Program, which I wrote and passed during the fiscal session, along with several other folks really helped in that process. Senator Jane English, Senator Breanne Davis, Representative Stephen Meeks, and then we had some other additional helpers with that bill. But it was a program to use state dollars, which are very, we have to be very resourceful with state dollars, but to use state dollars as a catalyst and for planning and development grants to reach the federal grants that are available. And so they can use that money to apply and do all the due diligence studies and components of that federal grant to help them get those out the door and be more successful, so that we can bring in millions and millions and millions of dollars that are available to us through the federal programs, like through FCC, USDA, the Farm Bill, Department of Veterans Affairs, and many others.
Because I think you're going to see some of these other states who didn't realize, people in New York City who didn't realize how good some spots of our broadband is here compared to what they've got there. And they're like, wait a minute, Arkansas's got all this stuff. We're big New York. We're big Seattle, Washington. We should have that money should be being spent here. So you're going to be in a situation of having to fight for those dollars, and you guys have done you have done a great job in the Senate and in the House in getting that and spreading that broadband on. I know from my business, we've had people that have moved here because they were able to get broadband and were able to work from home, and they came and moved here from Memphis, from other places like that, and have become very prosperous and productive Arkansans.
Yes, absolutely. Real estate. So that's one of the biggest questions that are asked is, what's the access to broadband and what's available to me? So I think it's really important. But you want to talk about education. I mean, that's something that children, maybe they had one device and they were sharing it with 3 or 4 kids. It just wasn't working. We weren't prepared for it. We were so ill prepared for that transition. But there were other school districts that may have been more prepared than others. And so they had already taken those steps and spent their money on technology where other schools had not. So, we have to be a little more consistent about that and intentional with those dollars that our schools are getting. And as parents and school board members, we've really got to make sure that we're focusing on technology and that availability for our students to learn online as well, because of what we're dealing with today.
You know, you got to tip your hat to North Arkansas Electric Cooperative and the NEXT program. Have you talked with Mel Coleman or anything about that situation? I have it at home. It's fantastic.
Yes. The North Arkansas Electric Cooperative have been very successful, and they have been very active in getting the federal grant money. They've received over $100 million in federal grant money to expand broadband to their members. There are other electric cooperatives, and really they're, I think, the key to bringing this broadband to those very difficult areas, because they're geared up and they've done it before. You know, they are the ones that were responsible for rural electrification back in 1936 when they passed the Rural Electrification Act. It was the electric cooperatives that really stepped up and made that happen. And so they're in a very good position to continue to do that. First Electric Cooperative has just announced that they are going to be entering into this world. But I will tell you the reason why they can, and why cities and counties now can really combine with people and bring that, is because we changed the law in 2019. The Republican women led on this issue. We were the 5th most regulated state in the country when it came to broadband. We had a law that was put in place really to control things and to regulate things, so that, you know, it limited competition. So we changed that law in 2019, and it made people compete and compete for federal dollars. Yelcott has been very successful now also in getting USDA money, and Mountain View Telephone Company as well, to expand broadband. So people are now stepping up, and we're giving them the tools to help them step up, and are going after that federal money. So that's what the Rural ID Broadband Program is designed to do, is to help folks like whoever. It doesn't matter who the ISP, internet service provider, is. We need to help them go after those federal grants. It needs to be a partnership. And so it is a public-private partnership. They're going to be the ones that get it accomplished, but our state government really needs to be in that position to help them do it. So that's what the Rural ID Broadband Program is about. And I'm really excited about it. We've hired UAMS to really be base camp, to climb the mountain. They have expertise in this field, and so they're going to be able to use that to help those areas apply for those federal grants.
And you had spoken about the female group that you guys have come together, the little group, and you've been very, very successful in a number of projects, and you'd be congratulated for that and showing the power that you have.
Oh, I appreciate that. You know, it's what a group of women can do when they come together and they say, "Hey, this is what we want to do," and join forces. And so I was really proud. I mean, I love the Republican Party, and that's who I am. But we worked across the aisle on this, and all 5 of our bills that we presented as part of our legislative agenda and our package for the Republican Women Legislative Caucus, all 5 of them got 100% support. So we did work across the aisles and got great support from our Democrat colleagues and who voted for it. During the fiscal session, the Rural ID Broadband Program was co-sponsored by both Republicans and Democrats, because, you know, they have areas in their district that are rural. You can represent Pulaski County and downtown Little Rock and have areas that are very rural. It's called Rose City, and the Dick Jeter community is one of those. And it's literally, you know, a 10-minute drive from downtown Little Rock, but they have no internet. And so, you know, it's a community like that that suffers, and they're very similar. They see the big, tall buildings, but they can't have that same opportunity because they don't have the same support infrastructure. And it's the same thing as in Marshall, Arkansas. I mean, Searcy County is very, very served when it comes to broadband. We're very fortunate that we have the North Arkansas Electric Cooperative in Salem and Baxter County and Fulton County and Izzard. And we're fortunate that we have Yelcott that has really been, I mean, the effort that Yelcott did on the USDA grants, they spent over 463 employee hours working on that federal grant. They put in a ton of money in order to get that federal grant, and they were successful. But that is a huge commitment that they're taking on. And they have to do everything by the book because they did get that federal dollar, so they have to be accountable to those dollars. So we need to help them though, and so we sat down with Sarah Zimmerman, and she was so very, and the mayor of Yellville, and they were just incredible partners and like helping us understand what all they went through, and then why do we need to repeat we shouldn't have to rebuild the model. And we should take what they went through and be able to help others throughout the state, no matter where they're located. Take their experience, their expertise, their knowledge, what they went through, and let's help other people, do the same thing that they did, and be successful at getting federal grant money. And that's going to help South Arkansas. That's going to help East Arkansas or Central Arkansas or Western Arkansas. So that's what the Rural ID Broadband Program is designed to do. So, there's a lot more work to be done, but I'm really, really focused on this because this is life-changing for students, for people, entrepreneurs who want to run a business from their front porch. I mean, this is actually the most important life-changing thing that we can do. You'll sell a lot more real estate to those people from Chicago, New York, Nashville, if they realize that get high-speed broadband, that beautiful property that's at a really great price in Arkansas.
That's right. Very
Senator,
true.
we're out of time. I want to say thank you, and don't be a stranger. You need to come up and see us.
I will. Thank you so much. And we're going to have to go.
Thank you for calling in. Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Need to take a break. Be right back.
When I grow up, I want to save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me.
When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly.
No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
It takes the right gear to survive out here. Oh, there she is, Ferris. It's the best gear around. Strong as an ox. Safe as houses. Out back, there's one powerful beast. Awesome. Four-wheel suspension. Handles whatever Mother Nature throws at you. Designed to take the hard out of hard work and deliver all the power you could need. So if you want to tackle the great outdoors, get yourself a Ferris.
Get the only mower with suspension technology at Mower Warehouse in Mountain Home, where they accept mower trade-ins, have flexible financing options, and services all brands and models. That's Mower Warehouse, located on Buzzard Roost in Mountain Home. When you need durable and comfortable hospital scrubs stat, you need the Uniform Shop. The Uniform Shop is the place for top-quality uniforms, carrying a great selection of name brands, including Carhartt, Vera Bradley, Urbane, and Grey's Anatomy, as well as shoes from Skechers, Nursemates, Softwalk, and Landau. Stethoscopes from Littman, blood pressure cuffs, scissors, name tag retractables, compression socks, paramedic VDUs, and Rocky boots. The Uniform Shop also offers customizing, embroidery, and minor alterations. Let us put you in uniforms. Shop the Uniform Shop.
And we want to thank Senator Missy Irvin for calling in. We finally made the connection.
There we go. It's okay. It was worth waiting.
Yep. Kind of a... Is it going to work?
She was fine. It's an important subject. I mean, the broadband's a big deal for everybody. It's not,
Well, it's really going to enhance Southeast Arkansas, in the more rural areas, and even for your agriculture business.
Sure.
I think it's going to be a huge asset to get that broadband and get the information back and forth quickly.
We get a little more coverage up here. I'll be happy. Because, like I said, if you get next, you're great. If you don't, you're an also-ran. So, but I know they're working on it.
Well, we've got to run. We're out of time already. Can you believe that?
Hard to believe.
See you tomorrow.
Have a good weekend.